Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is going to lose yardage here. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Baker going to give it to Irving, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, Irving. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 21. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On the ground, it's a rookie from Texas Tech. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second down, Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. Running right through him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards down to the 13.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Irving is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
And they'll run again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he's got room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 53 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big game, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Bucs are going to have it here just past the 25. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield now, sliding out of the pocket. He'll find McMillan here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A touchdown, the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A run up the middle with Irving. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
He's He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Mayfield on play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Ready, go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cut 19, cut 19.
Back to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Mayfield to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down. throwing. Mayfield. He's got right on the short throw. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield rolling to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run out of the gun with Irving. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try again. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Looking to throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Again, it's Achane. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on third down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes them.
Now a first carry here for their running back.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's third down here.
26 Mike, 26 19, Pioneer.
He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now 2nd and 4.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Running right, here's Achane. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now.
60 Bobcats. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now they'll audible to something else.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. They're not ready for this.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's 1st and goal. They'll run, Achane. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. One more time with Achane. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Here it is, 4th and inches. An audible here to get a new look. They'll go. H.N. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. On the move to his left. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got a man complete. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So it's a win for the Chiefs here, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, he had a tremendous night throwing the football, wound up with 4 touchdown passes. He had in his mind early that he was going to go into attack mode, and he sure was successful.
So for Kansas City, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
I sit on the corner and shook my, now I'm finna give y'all another hit.